I'm your math buddy, Newton. Someone seems to have mixed up the units of measurements. Can you match the right units to the items they are measuring? Now that you know some of the units of measurement, let's understand more. All these units are part of the metric system of measurement. The metric system measures units in multiples of 10. Length, weight, and volume have a base unit of measurement. For length, it is meter. For weight, it is gram. And for volume, it is liter. When we measure something smaller or larger than the base unit, we add a prefix to the base unit. Larger units are deca, hecto, and kilo, while smaller units are deci, centi, and milli. If the base unit is 1, we multiply it by 10 to get deca, by 100 to get hecto, and by 1000 to get kilo. And we divide by 10 to get deci, 100 to get centi, and 1000 to get milli. Notice that each prefix is a multiple of 10. Here's a fun way for you to remember the names of the prefixes. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. You can use a place value chart to understand the values of different units. The chart shows how many times larger one measurement is than another. All measurements use these prefixes. Here are some you may recognize. Centimeter, meter, and kilometer for length. Milligram, gram, and kilogram for mass. Milliliter, liter, and kiloliter for volume. Here's a riddle for you. Can you tell me who is the king of the pencil box? Any guesses? It's the ruler. Get it? The ruler. But what if something is larger than a kilo or smaller than a milli? We can measure much larger or smaller quantities by expanding the metric system further. Here are a few examples. A microchip, 1/1,000,000th the size of a normal chip. A nanosecond, for a billionth of a second. A gigabyte, million times larger data storage. A terabyte, trillion times larger data storage. We can extend the system in any direction for all quantities. Just multiply or divide the biggest and the smallest units respectively by 10. Hey kids, did you know that mathematicians and scientists in France used the decimal system to first design the metric system in 1791? The metric system is a standard system used by all countries except for Myanmar, Liberia, and the United States. Also, 1 meter is 1/10 millionth of the distance between the North Pole and the equator. Let's see if you can answer these. Let's summarize what we've learned today. The metric system uses units in multiples of 10 to measure all possible small and large quantities. The mnemonic, King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk, helps us to remember the prefixes we use with the base unit. Centimeter, meter, and kilometer are used in length. For weight, we use milligram, gram, and kilogram. For volume, we use milliliter, liter, and kiloliter. These are some of the common units of measurements that we use. We multiply the base unit by multiples of 10 to get larger units like deca, hecto, and kilo. And we divide it by multiples of 10 to get smaller ones like deci, centi, and milli. I hope you had fun learning units of measurement. And before I see you next time, please make sure you keep practicing in your workbooks.